Hi and welcome to Nerdy Gamers. The game today we're going to look at is Dungeon Defenders as part of the May Hurray bundle by Indie Royale. Let's get started then. The gameplay is based on a simple premise. Stop the monsters from destroying the crystal. To do this you have a variety of different tools at your disposal. Weapons, spells, traps, towers, even pets. And let's not forget other players, as this game was built around the intention of playing with other people. Each player involved can choose their character from a variety of different classes, some of which are easier to play than others, which come together to form part of the team which acts as a defence. Characters are persistent between games, so levelling up your character in one game will help you in the next game by unlocking new defences, improving your equipment, and increasing your stats. The equipment that the character uses can often be upgradable, because unlike many other games, the equipment has levels in the same way the player does. This allows the player to use their favourite equipment for longer without having to constantly upgrade every single time they find a new piece in order to stay at peak performance. Each piece of equipment has a maximum level it can reach, and in order to increase the level of your equipment you need to use it within the missions. Once you have acquired enough experience with the equipment you can invest your mana to upgrade its stats. Mana is used to create and upgrade defences, level up your equipment, as well as purchase new equipment and pets, so at earlier levels it can become a fine balance between how you wish to use your mana because it can only go so far. In missions your character is only able to hold a limited amount of mana at any one time, which increases as you level up, but this limits what your choices are and you can do when. This can mean that you have to spend time searching the battlefield for mana crystals, which have been dropped by monsters, and increase your mana levels, so in order to repair and create new defences, so this exposes your character to potentially being damaged or killed. Each character comes with their own set of defences, towers, traps, barriers and the like, which are unique to the class. Canny players can use this variety to create a synergy between the defences to improve the overall quality of the protection and to make it just a little bit harder for the monsters to damage your crystal. These defences can be placed down before the waves as well as in the middle of a wave. However, it can be more tricky to do this on the fly, as any hit you take interrupts your placement of the defences and causes it to cancel. One of the attributes on your character is your ability to cast. This represents how quickly you can lay down your defences or perform actions such as repairing your defences. So if you're going to be doing this often, it can be a good idea to keep this ability high. Your defences have a limited amount of health, which if reduced to 0 means it's destroyed, unless a character can repair it before then. In the same manner in which you can repair defences, you can also improve your defences by upgrading them. This means on the more difficult waves you can focus your defences in just a few key areas, allowing you to concentrate on different areas, or to act as an assistant in taking down the monsters. Between rounds, any dead characters are respawned and healed, as well as your crystal, giving you a fresh chance to try and stop your crystal from taking any damage. There are bonuses for skillful play, for instance a bonus for not taking any damage around, as well as not letting your crystal take any damage whatsoever. Should your crystal be reduced to 0 health, it's game over, and in hardcore mode, should all players be killed, it's also game over. Some characters will be unable to complete the current mission and get through all the waves because you haven't had enough time invested in them to raise their stats and equipment to sufficient level to take on the challenge. This however can be somewhat overcome by taking part in a multiplayer game in which you can play with up to 3 other people. The developers expect you to keep playing through the earlier levels to build up your character until they're sufficiently powerful enough to progress to the next level. Should you find a particularly difficult level, you're able to swap characters between waves so you can take advantage of the best character you have at hand. In multiplayer, and to a lesser extent single player, the inn acts as the hub for all your activity. It is the place you go to buy your equipment, level up your equipment, and buy or sell pets and hang out and plan what mission you're going to do next. It's here that you also decide what mission you're going to perform and if you're going to take on a challenge. Challenges unlock additional characters and skins. Since the release, Dungeon Defenders has received a lot of attention by its developers, and there are now a lot of DLC available which expands upon the original game, either through cosmetic upgrades or adding additional content. This game represents an excellent value for money, and it's the crown jewel of the May Hurray bundle. And if you haven't got it already, then you should get this bundle for this game alone. Well, that's it for now. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.